first time in 130 years, the U.S. carried out, and this is crazy, an execution during a presidential lame duck period. This is 40-year-old Brandon Bernard. He was executed by lethal injection last night in Indiana for his part in the killings of a religious couple from Iowa. He didn't shoot the couple. He did burn the evidence. He was a teenager when the crime was committed. A teenager, and he is one of 5 executions that are planned before President-elect Joe Biden takes office. Bernard's execution went forward despite appeals from criminal justice advocates and celebrities like Kim Kardashian. Kim tweeted this morning about the execution, saying, "I'm so messed up right now. He was such a reformed person, so hopeful and positive until the end. More importantly, he is sorry. So sorry for the hurt and pain he caused others." She went on to say, "This has to change. Our system is so bleeped up." Al, I have a strong opinion on this, but I want to get to the panel first. What do you think?
I'm also on the panel, so I didn't know.
You're in the show,
Oh, well,
Al.
you said I also want to get to the panel. My thoughts were, Tori, because for a long time, I was super pro death penalty because I always thought about it just in the situation of somebody like Dylan Roof, or the Vegas shooter, somebody that walks in and openly kills people that we know on camera. But as I've sat here on this panel, not only talking to you off camera, but you look at some of the stories that we've seen. We did a freedom file. We do a freedom file. We're doing one today about people that have been wrongly either put to death or put on death row, whether it be the Hispanic gentleman we had last week, whether it be the white gentleman that was in Making a Murderer, whether it be the Central Park 5, in which our sitting president took out a full-page ad in the New York Times and said that they should all be killed. All these people I've just mentioned have been exonerated. And this is why I really think we all need to take a step back when it comes to the death penalty.
Making a murderer. He didn't get exonerated.
Not exactly. No. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. The Central Park 5 did. I just wanted to correct you. He didn't get exonerated.
But I mean, but watching that documentary, there was at least enough questions about whether he did,
I got it. I just wanted to be clear.
Whether he was mentally capable to stand trial.
Absolutely.
So,
I wasn't trying to jump on you.
No, but thank you for helping me clarify.
Well, just to move on, you're very eye for an eye guy.
Yes.
Do you believe in the death penalty?
I do.
Okay.
I absolutely do. But in certain cases, right, Tori, I think maybe you've shined a light on this. Al, Erica, you've definitely shined a light on this. It's got to be the right situation, right? And I take extreme cases like school shootings, right? When you know that person did that and they walk out with the rifle, for me, it's an eye for an eye. I don't think you should have the I don't care if you're 16, if you're 15, if you're 12. I don't care if your brain is developed. If you do that to other families and destroy schools and communities like that, I think you should be put to death immediately. That's my opinion. I know you guys have different ones, but that's mine.
And that's where I was too.
And
so I see where you're coming from, Jeff.
Yeah, and to be honest, I want to get to Eric on this. The neuroscience on this is that if you are 18 and younger, your brain literally hasn't developed enough until you're about 22 to have the wherewithal to know what to do in these emotional situations, and therefore they've banned death penalty cases and life in prison without penalty of a possibility of parole for anyone under 18. Erica, where do you stand on this?
I think that this is a bigger picture situation because what we have is a gentleman who committed a crime. He destroyed evidence at 18 years old and was executed at 40. It's very interesting that a lame duck president would opt to execute, as opposed to most time we're hearing about when a president is leaving office, he generally is pardoning. However, we need to note that the Obama administration did have an opportunity to change, commute his sentence from a execution or death row to life.
Yes.
And for whatever reason, that wasn't done. So the fact that Kim Kardashian or all of these advocates have stepped in at this time, it really was the 11th hour for him. Did he have to be executed yesterday? No, he did not. We really need to take an examination of ourselves, of our country, and of how we deal with things in a humanitarian way, because he could have very easily have had his sentence moved to life.
Yeah, first of all, I agree with you. And several jurors in this case have then said they wish they had changed it to life in prison. He never shot anyone. Just so you know, he was part of a gang, and he ended up burning the evidence, and there is some question as to whether they were still alive at the time. But the jurors felt they didn't know about gang hierarchy, and they regret the decision. I have marched to abolish the death penalty. I believe it absolutely makes us a third world country. We are as worse as that person. I understand the feelings, but I'm for the law, and you can't have a slippery slope. You either kill people in this country or you don't. And if we execute one wrongful person, it is not worth it, in my opinion.
What about the man that's supposed to be executed tonight?
I'm sorry?
Isn't there a man supposed to be executed
Yes, and
tonight? And what did he do?
He hit his 2-year-old against a dashboard until she died, and I still think he should have.
And I have a 2-year-old.
And I hear you.
And I'm on the exact opposite side of this than you because I have a 2-year-old. And if someone did that to my 2-year-old, you better hope the police find you before I do.
An eye for an eye makes the whole world blind. That's what Gandhi says.
But that's some growing that I need to do from Gandhi because I don't have that. And I'm 42 and I struggle with that since I was young. But the anger that I have right now, thinking about that, it's going to be tough for me to change that. But I'm trying. I try and I hear your side.
I so appreciate you telling us because that's honestly what a lot of people feel, honestly. Great combo, guys. Thank you for that.
It's a takeover.
DBL is exactly
What we say it is. We are honest.
We'll always tell you what we really think.
What we really think.
This is absolutely laughable.
Are you serious?
We're not just reading the stories.
We're sharing our opinions.
And having real conversations.
because that is insane to me.
People are going to be upset. I can completely understand that.
Tell us your DBL take.
We want to know what you think.
You may agree with us, you may not, but that's the point.
It's a takeover. I mean, run this city.